Hey guys, my name is Confident. Welcome to the 24-minute lesson excerpt where I will be sharing with you some ideas, some methods, some strategies or concepts that you can incorporate as you prepare for your final exams, be it you're studying for your mathematics N1, your N2 or your N3. Now, if these videos are handy and you are benefiting from them, you can actually press the like button, or if you've got some ideas, you can leave some comments below. If you also like to be notified of extra videos every time we post them, you can subscribe to our channel and then you'll get some notification every time there are new videos. And also, if you are interested in some of our resources, be it textbooks and some videos, you can check this at the end of this video. We will send you some information. Now let's check this concept out. Being able to factorize is an important skill for your mathematics N1. And below I'm giving you an example which is taken from a previous paper. This is a question which was worth 3 marks in an exam. So I'm going to show you how you could have approached this particular question. The question says factorize the following. So you are supposed to factorize this kind of an expression, and now before you can factorize it, let us study this kind of a question and see how the examiners were trying to trick you in this case. It says t squared into x minus y minus z squared into y minus x. So now if you're supposed to factorize, the main thing that you're noticing is the x minus y and the y minus x. Now it looks as if these are not related, as if they're different, but in actual fact these are related. So the aim or the way the examiner brought this kind of question was to check your understanding on how you can transform this and this so that they can be the same. Now, if I can just remind you of a few concepts when we are talking about factorization. The first part that you need to know is that you need to match your bracket. For example, if you have got your a, x plus y plus b, x plus y. So the aim is to make the brackets the same. As you can see, I've got my x plus y, I've got my x plus y. Therefore, I can write that in brackets as x plus y. And then now the things or whatever is outside the brackets, which is a plus b, I open another bracket and write it as a plus b. So this is the kind of factorizing that they wanted you to do. But as I said, the key thing is to make sure that the brackets in this case, they are matching. Now number two that they wanted you to see is this concept whereby how can you make x minus y and y minus x be the same. So that is the part that they are trying to trick or to check your understanding on that. Now let us work with numbers. Suppose I'm given just any number, let's say 4, 3 minus 1, and then suppose I'm given minus 2, and then I've got 1 minus 3. Now let us find the answer to this one. I'm going to use a calculator so that you can see what I mean. If I've got 4 into 3 minus 1 minus 2 into 1 minus 3. Now my answer is 12, as you can see that. So now, but I want to show you how you can still maintain this answer of 12 by rearranging some of the things. Now I can rewrite this expression or this as 4, 3 minus 1. Now I'm going to change this negative sign. I'm going to make it into a positive sign. So I'm just going to make it into a positive. Now the principle here with the negative sign is that if you change from negative to positive, whatever follows inside the brackets will also follow suit. So you can see that the 1 in this case here, you can see that there is a positive 1 and there is a negative 3. So this positive 1 will change into a negative 1 in this case. If I can now put my bracket, so I've got my 2 Remember now I changed it from a negative to positive. So if I can do that, and then in this case the 1 was positive, now it will become a negative 1, and then the 3 was negative, it will become a positive 3. So you can see what I just did was to interchange the signs from a negative 2 to a positive 2, from a positive 1 to a negative 1, from a negative 3 to a positive 3. Now I can finally rewrite this as 4, 3 minus 1. Remember now it's plus 2. Now I can start with the positive 3 so that it becomes also 3 minus 1. I don't have to include that positive in the beginning because it's automatically, or it's by default, that if the sign is not indicated, it means it's positive. So now if you look at this, I've got now 3 minus 1 and 3 minus 1. Let us check at this stage what the calculator will give us in that case. If I take my calculator and I say 4, 3 minus 1 plus 2 and 3 minus 1, in this case 3 minus, so it's 4, 3 minus 1 plus 2, 3 minus 1. You can see that I'm still maintaining my 12 in this case. I'm still getting my 12. So the 12 is maintained, the 12 is maintained. Let me get it, go further with it. I can say now, in this case, since I have 3 minus 1 in brackets and 3 minus 1 in brackets, I can choose then to write this particular 3 minus 1 and say 3 minus 1. And now outside my bracket, I have got that 4 and I've got that plus 2. So I can write it outside the one that is outside the bracket. I can write it now as 4 plus 2. I can check it again with my calculator at this stage, and I will have in brackets 3 minus 1, and then open another bracket. I've got 4 plus 2. Now you can see that I'm still getting my answer as 12 in this case. So you can see that as I'm working this, my answer does not change, which means I'm just interchanging the signs, but the solution still leads me to the same answer. Now, if I can use the same principle in these numbers, I can actually solve this problem. In this case, since I've got now, using the same concept, you can see that I've got x minus y, and then I've got y minus x. So the aim is to come to this particular negative, change it into a positive, and then the moment I do that, there is a sign here which is positive, it will become negative, and this particular sign which is negative, it will become positive. So if I can write that, I'll have t squared x minus y. Now remember, I said I'm changing the z from negative, it will become a positive z squared. When I do that, the y will become negative y and then plus x. So this is the principle that I was showing you in this case in that particular stage. Now when I've done that, which is equal to t squared, now I've got my x minus y plus z squared. Now I can start now with the positive x as x minus y. Why am I doing that? Look now inside the brackets, I've got x minus y and x minus y, which is the reason why I was trying to match it into the first example to say when you've got similar brackets, you can therefore write your final answer as x minus y, and then outside the brackets, I've got that part and I've got this part with the sign. Don't forget the sign. So it will be x minus y, and I've got t squared plus z squared. Therefore, this becomes the final answer to that. to say the final answer is x minus y into t squared plus z squared. We call this one the factorizing. In this case, we are factorizing by grouping. But now you might ask yourself, why was I interchanging the signs? Now the reason why I was interchanging the signs is that in principle, if I'm given, if I can use another pen, if I'm given, for example, if I am saying minus 2x plus 1 is the same as this negative will affect that 2x and that negative will affect the positive 1. So the negative and the positive, it will become negative 2x, and the negative and the positive will become negative x. You can see that I have distributed this particular negative inside the bracket, and all the signs have changed from positive to negative. Hence the reason when I said if you change this sign, it will also automatically affect all the signs inside. What I was actually doing is I was taking it inside here and I was taking it inside there. So a negative and a negative is a positive. So this is a concept that you can use in the exam. If you just follow this method, whereby the z which was negative becomes positive, the y which was positive become negative, and the x which was negative become positive, the examiners, they understand what you did and you will get all your marks. So how are they going to mark you? They will give you a mark at this stage whereby you interchanged, and then they will give you your mark in the final for 2 marks. So the total there will be your 3 marks that you get. I hope this was of benefit to you. Thank you. I hope the video that you just watched was of benefit to you, and as I said, if you benefited from the video, you can press the like button or you can leave us a comment below. And if you want to be notified of these videos, you can always subscribe to our channel. Now, if you want the full curriculum of this mathematics, if you're studying for mathematics N1, N2 or N3, and you want the textbook as well as the videos, we have a full curriculum of the mathematics N1, N2, N3, as well as the accompanying videos. We also have videos of the previous question papers, the latest papers that were written in video form. These question papers can assist you as you prepare for your exams. We also have PDF version of the previous question papers that were written since 2014 until now, and if you want them, you can check all the information from our website, and trust me, these will become very handy to you. We sell them at a very discounted prices, and it is worth the try. Thank you.